Hi guys, and welcome to Lightning Break Frontier channel. As you all know, it's been a week that the new batch has been released. So now the time has come for our moving fortress to wake up from his freezing slumber. Summoners, please welcome the one and only Alexander. Please welcome the one and only Tesla. No, but seriously, for those who have played Final Fantasy, you know what I mean, right? This unit is like the remake of the recurring summon Alexander from the Final Fantasy series, a gigantic fortress who passes his holy judgment on his opponents. But what about Tesla? So, without any further ado, let's start Tesla Showcase. Okay, first, let's have a quick overview of these units. 5 hits for normal attack, a little skill that increases 10% of defense and HP to all regardless of your team setup, and a Brave Burst that reduces damage taken by half for 1 turn. So, if you're interested by any particular aspect of this unit, you can click on it and the video will skip to that section. Otherwise, let's take a look at his stats. For Lord type, he has almost 5.7k HP, 1.4k attack and 1.7k defense, but only 1k recovery, very high HP in defense, and a decent attack power as well. Well, Tesla is a moving fortress, right? So I would expect nothing less from him. Strong and tough as he is supposed to be. The only downside is that his recovery is quite low, but once again, it'll be weird for a damaged fortress to recover quickly, don't you think? Anyway, as you can see from his little skill and his Brave Burst, his nature is to tank and support the team, so in my opinion, his best type would be Guardian to make him an unbreakable stronghold. Then it would be Lord, following by Anima, cause his recovery is quite low. I just prefer Lord more than Anima. Breaker and Oracle are still good, but not as good as the other 3 types. Simply, I prefer him once again being an unbreachable castle, so he can stay alive and support my team no matter how hard the battle is. Now, let's have a look in details about his normal attack. First, he's charging up. I think you can go take a coffee, walk your dog, or even do what you need to do. Just make sure though to be back in few hours so you don't miss Tesla's attack. No, but seriously, this guy, he takes like centuries to charge his shot. Well, at least his shot is quite fast. Fast enough to spot all the 5 hits if you charge his attack. But with only 5 hits and 2 battle crystal per hit, Tesla is quite bad for battle crystal drop, so you shouldn't count on him for that. Next, let's compare Tesla to Zalban, since this guy can also provide defense buff. So both of them have got like more or less the same role in the team. This guy starts his attack rather quickly, but his attack animation is much worse than Tesla's because of the delay between the first hit and the last 4 one. His battle crystal drop is not much better either, so there's no real winner here. Well, for me, both of them have a rather lame normal attack. As for his little skill, the Supreme Sanctuary, it adds 10% of HP and defense to all. This is actually a really nice little skill. Since there is no requirement or condition, you can basically use this little skill for any kind of team. So this is a really good news for new players who can't make a prop team yet. And not only it has no restriction, but it also helps your team survive much longer. So I think this little skill is very awesome, especially for any tough battles where bosses can easily wipe out your team. With this little skill, you will have less to worry against hard-hitting bosses. This is truly a sanctuary where summons and summoners can feel safe. But compared to Tesla, Zalban has a much more restricted little skill where he needs 5 different elements. But I think both little skills are quite good. It depends on your team setup and the content you need to clear. If you don't have 5 elements, well, just pick Tesla. If the content is too hard for you, pick Tesla. Otherwise, just take Zalban's little skill. And now, it's finally time to show you our Fortress secret weapon. Behold the power of the Holy Judgment! Tesla, I command you to punish your enemies with the power of the Holy Light! Nah, I'm just kidding. Our Tesla is actually much more gentle than this. He prefers to protect his allies rather than punishing the enemies, which is a rather good thing, especially when he can mitigate half of the damage. So, the stronger the enemy, the more effective these brave birds will be. It's like attacking while guarding at the same time. So, when you guard with the skill, you will actually reduce the damage by 75%. This will definitely be useful against a certain Guardians who can deal 6,666 damage no matter your defense, and he has another hardcore skill that can deal 110% of your unit's HP. So Tesla Extra Guard is definitely a must in the future. And don't forget to max his Brave Burst level, even though it only reduces Battle Crystal cost. Well, the less crystals needed, the more you can use it, which is exactly what we need in a tough fight. But the question is this Brave Burst better than Zalban's defense buff? Well, actually, at the moment, not really, because bosses' attack are not strong enough for us to see the difference. And to add to that, Tesla's Brave Burst only lasts for 1 turn and requires 23 Battle Crystals, while Zalban's only need 18, and it lasts for 3 turns. So Zalban's defense buff is actually better at the moment, but as I said before, against future bosses like Guardians, increased defense will do you no good. Only Tesla EX Guard can save you from a total annihilation. So, I recommend having Tesla, not for now, but to prepare for tough battles in the future. Now that we know what Tesla is capable of, I'll show you in what kind of team you can use him. First, we can have him in the Brave Bird Spam defensive team, with Felnus or Kaguchi as leader. Tesla and or Zalban for defense, a healer with L3 being the best candidate, and 1 to 2 units for Battle Crystal drop, with Kikri being the best unit for this. And soon enough, we will have the famous Serene or Douglas 6-star for Battle Crystal drop. So, this team only focus on dropping as many Battle Crystal as possible, so you can use Tesla's guard as much as possible. At the moment, this team cannot do really well because we have neither Faunus or Douglas or Serene, but soon enough, this team will definitely be the best defensive team. Next, you can make another type of Brave Bird Spam defensive team which works wonderfully well at the moment, but this time it will be based on Brave Bird's gauge recovery and not Battle Crystal drop. So to do that, you'll need Russell, Aisha or AM as leader. And in my opinion, Russell is the best leader because he is also a crit buffer and a healer, so you can save your healer spot for something else. You will also need both Tesla and Zalban this time. And don't forget to equip Tesla and Zalban with Evil Shark so you can fill their Brave Bird's gauge much faster. And for the last 2 spots, you can either bring Loden for his Brave Burst effect, or you can bring Battle Crystal drop units such as Kikri, Serene, or Douglas, or you can even bring boss killer units such as the Terminator Lilith or the Dark Knight Logan. In this video, I should have brought Logan instead of Lilith, and it would have been much faster. But anyway, this team still performs very well. As you can see here, I have permanently defense buff and a healer ready to heal whenever needed. Lily's Brave Burst is filled every 2 turns and Tesla every 3 turns. Isn't it great? Wow, I think I might try to do our battle against Carl with this team. So stay tuned and follow my videos if you want to know how it will turn out. Another team that I can propose is a pure defensive team. This team only focuses on having the best defense possible, with 2 Tesla as leader, Zalman for his defense buff, a healer as usual, and either 1 to 2 Battle Crystal drop units or 1 to 2 boss killers. It's entirely up to you. But this team can only have permanent defense buff with 2 Battle Crystal drop units. And you can also have Tesla's guard ready in every 2 turns. That's why I hardly need to heal with this team. And what is really nice about this team is that they are just so tough that you can just click on auto battle, put your phone or your tablet aside, do whatever you need, and come back later when the battle is over. So that's why I love using this team, or the previous one, so I can do my videos and play at the same time. So if I fail in trial with the previous team, I'll just try this team for sure. Anyway, there are many variants of defensive team you can make. I just come up with the best team I could think of, but the core is always the same. You will always need a healer, at least 1 Tesla, and 1 Zalban. So that's all for Tesla analysis. Overall, he's the best unit for defensive orientated team, with a very high defense and HP, a great defensive leader skill that needs absolutely no requirement at all, not to mention his unique Brave Burst effect, the EX guard, that can mitigate half the damage received. Clearly, his fortress is made to endure and protect everyone from any kind of assault. The only downside about this moving fortress is the low recovery and the battle crystal drop rate. And also the normal attack that just takes forever and ever to charge. My final verdict is Tesla is a must-have unit for future contents. So if you have any opportunity to get him, just don't miss it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my new way of doing the video. And don't forget to thumb up and subscribe, and see you soon!